Welcome everyone to the finals, to the true finals, to the grand finals of the Initials tournament. After losing to FlashSilver in round 4, I have fought my way back. Won the losers bracket by beating VV for a second time. Even beat FlashSilver in the potential finals, giving them their first match loss. And now, only one match remains. Whoever wins this match wins the tournament. FlashSilver beat me 2-1 before in round 4, with a lot of luck from Bright Powder. I beat them 2-0 in the previous round. It's time for one final match, and we know almost all of what both of our teams can do. So predictions are going to be even more important. Generally, my prediction game isn't too great, but who knows, they might just work out. As long as there's a chance, and there is, I will fight for it. FlashSilver, you're on. Azumarill, Magearna, Hoopa. Lopunny, Araquanid, Zapdos. The same teams as all except one of our battles so far. No, two. In round 4 I used my first team once, and they used their second team once in the potential finals. I'm going to lead it the same way I've led before. Hoopa, I feel that's the safest. So Hoopa, let's go. They open with Araquanid instead of opening Zapdos and then switching into Araquanid, so still expecting the bug move. I switch into Azumarill. The bug move does happen because it just has so much potential. If I don't switch, I predict them to switch or do something strange. So they withdraw into Zapdos. I belly drum. Where have we seen this before? Twice. Twice before. Remember? 97%. 99.5%. And I believe I'll say it in the chat here in just a moment as well. Third time's the charm. Let's make it happen. Aquagito! Boom! And the golden bun comes through with a 100% attack. Paralysis, that's really annoying, but I one-shotted the Zapdos, which meant no Thunderbolt, and Golden Bun survives. Sure, there's a 25% on not attacking due to the paralysis. Sure, my speed is lowered by 50%, but Golden Bun is still there, which not only means I can potentially still do something with it, I also have the switch advantage if they take Golden Bun out. Lopunny comes in, Mega Evolves, Fake Out. I obviously can't do anything, but even with the paralysis and speed lowering, I'm the only one with the priority move now in Aqua Jet, which I use. And it's actually a one-shot on the Lopunny, so only Araquanid remains. They are faster, but they can't really do too much. They use Liquidation, their strongest move. Lower my defenses, I knock off, and I actually take it out! One shot, 3 times! 3 one-hit KOs with the Golden Bun! And I lead. I lead 1-0. Which means I am one measly game away from the title. Let's do this. Game 2 of the match. I stick to Rayman. They stick to Araquanid. I do the same switch into Golden Bun. Leech Life still comes in. Time for a belly drum. They decide to switch it up though. And go for Scald, hoping for that burn. It's really important to them, and they do get it. They switch into Zapdos. I use Knockoff, knowing that it'll do a lot to Araquanid. Zapdos does come in. Bright Powder doesn't activate to help my move miss. I still hit Zapdos for a lot, even with the burn, which halves my attack power. And even then, it's 77.5% damage. So that's ridiculous power. Bright Powder is gone, so no strange misses due to the Bright Powder. I Aqua Jet, Zapdos gone. Lead. Just like last time, except this time I'm burned, which means I can't hit as hard. And they can probably take me out with Fake Out. So I think, you know, they're going to take me out with Fake Out anyway. And Rosemont can resist Fake Out to not take a lot of damage. I think, I'll just keep Azumarill in the back. I know, especially with Burnt, and then its Belly Drum boost gone, it can't do much, but otherwise it's taken out anyway. So I think maybe at the end they'll have like really low HP, and I can hit them with one good Aqua Jet, or potentially a knockoff on the Araquanid. I think that'd be the best option. Lopunny comes in, Fake Out, doesn't do much. I didn't really do much calculations, but this is an important one. I have 44% left. They hit for 45.2, which means a last resort can take me out. I actually expected them to switch to Araquanid, which is why I used Thunderbolt. If I expected them to stay in, I would have gone Z-move, all-out pummeling. Because that would have been... how much power is that? 180, which is almost twice as strong as Thunderbolt, and then also super effective due to Lopunny's normal typing. I would have taken Lopunny out. If I would have used it, I would have likely just won the match with that, because then Araquanid would have been left, and I would have been able to take it out with what I have left. However, that didn't happen. And they're still going first, so last resort comes in again. Magearna is down. I do send in Hoopa, but it's a smart move from them. They switch to Araquanid. And I feel, yeah, there's not a lot I can do except hope for good stuff. I went for Psychic to hopefully take out Lopunny. I would have liked to use Dark Pulse here to hope for the flinch. I do get a crit, which I was hoping for, but they just Leech Life, one-shot my Rayman, heal a lot, and then I have my weak Azumarill left. Knockoff, yay. Get rid of Assault Vest. I was able to confirm that from the previous match, which is why certain moves didn't do as much as I expected during previous matches. I think after a while I theorized that they might have like a Splash Plate or something like that to boost their water moves further, but it was really just a Water Bubble and a min-max thing when I compared Leech Life and Liquidation after our round 4 match, I believe. But yeah, they won 2-0. I expected them to do certain things, and they did not. And they were able to make use of that. The burn from the Scald was definitely an important one, otherwise Zapdos would have been gone immediately. They did well. It's 1-1. We've both already lost. So this final game is going to decide the winner of the Initials tournament. Just one game. One 3v3 match. No, game. We're at the end of the match. So any luck from Bright Powder on their side could just win them the game. Any big mistake on either player's side could win the other person the game. Any sudden miss from a Play Rough or a Focus Blast could win the opponent the game. A burn from Scald could win him the game. There are so many things that could just completely decide the match. So I'm really thinking hard about my first choice. I've always gone with Hoopa first. And whether it's against Zapdos or against Araquanid, it's always worked out. However, I expected them to go Araquanid again, expecting me to go Hoopa again. And sure, I've then always switched to Azumarill, and they've used Leech Life, which then worked out for me, and I was able to set up Belly Drum and continue from there. However, I really thought that even if I would then switch to Azumarill, they would use that turn to switch to Zapdos, predicting my switch to Azumarill. And then it would just be as if it was Azumarill versus Zapdos lead, and I would lose that. So I thought, okay, I expect Araquanid to come out first, like the last 2-3 times. I'm going to start Magearna. However, due to the fact that Hoopa was weak so much to Araquanid, I don't exactly know the full reasoning why behind it, but that's what they told me. They started with Zapdos. And here I'm so regretting my decision, because Magearna would only, like, the reasoning only worked if Araquanid would be the opener. I suppose there was potential for Lopunny, and then would it be a prediction with Thunderbolt against all-out pummeling, just like in the previous game. But they opened Zapdos, and I thought, oh no, I'm done. Because for Zapdos, the best thing I have, like, I suppose Hoopa can take it out, Zapdos one-on-one, and if Belly Drum is already up, Azumarill can do well with Aqua Jet. But Magearna on its own, no. But I have to make use of what I have. So, Magearna. Speed investment, quite a lot. Still 65 base speed. Zapdos base 100 speed. Zapdos definitely faster. So I want to go first. I shift gear. I go first! Why? Unless they somehow have like a speed lowering nature for whatever reason, I don't see how I outsped Zapdos. I don't see. It's base 65 against base 100. I don't see how they outsped. I just don't see it. And I was so confused about it. But due to the fact that I already outsped anyway, I pretty much wasted a turn. And I was really angry about that. I felt this at the time, I really felt this shouldn't have happened. There will be a logical explanation for it due to the way they're trained, and let's just say that Zapdos would have a speed lowering nature. I would find that extremely strange. But it's possible, and it's legal, so there's no problem with that. I just really didn't expect that, so in hindsight, should have used Ice Beam, but in hindsight, a lot of things easier, especially here, where I just absolutely expected to be slower. I can say I'm happy I wasn't burned by the heat wave. I am faster now, but they can just hit me with, I think even a Thunderbolt can do it. Because I have 25%, Thunderbolt will be like 30, 35, let's say 35%. That's easily enough. And that's even not counting stab, so the stab will come in, Thunderbolt with full accuracy will easily take out Rosemon. I will definitely go first now. After Shift Gear, I already went first anyway, so might as well Ice Beam. And I freeze! The Hex comes through. I thought I'd lost there after that opening and then that first turn with Shift Gear already going first against a Zapdos. I thought I'd lost. I thought the tournament, the match, it was all over. But then I freeze them and I think, this is a chance. I feel kind of bad, but like Hacks is part of the game and they got me with Bright Powder before. This is the chance and I have to claim it. I have to push on. I can win with this. And it did just over 50%, so I could just Ice Beam again. Bright Powder again didn't activate. I had to go through. 1.5 special attack, thanks to my ability. They come in with Fake Out. Doesn't take me out though. And knowing I'm faster. Especially now with the double speed, I'm pretty sure I'm faster. So this time, Z move time. All out, pummeling. One shot the Lopunny. Boost myself up to 2 times special attack. Araquanid, what are you gonna do? Thunderbolt time. They do have an Assault Vest, so do they survive it? Yeah. I go down. They still have an Assault Vest. They can Leech Life off. They can Leech Life back a lot of HP, so sending in Hoopa is not a good idea. I send in my Azumarill, knowing they very likely can't do much. I Belly Drum. Scald is their only way out. They need that burn. Do they get it? They get a crit, but they don't get a burn. And a knockoff! And a Araquanid is down! I win the tournament! Wow! Those are some good fights. FlashSilver round 4, then VV was really close in the finals of the losers bracket, and then we had a good match against FlashSilver again in the potential finals, and then this one, wow, this is in a way how I wanted to win if I would have thought well about it, being very far behind, or being not necessarily very far behind, but at least looking like an extremely low chance of winning, and then winning it anyway in the decisive game. And I was already so pumped up, full of adrenaline for the final match, especially in the final fight when it was 1-1. Then the Magearna Zapdos opening, I thought, no, I'm done. And then I was faster, and I didn't know what, how, why. And then the Heat Wave hit for well over 50, like, what was it, 75%, and I thought, I'm done. I am done. I just thought I'll just do the best I can and then see from there. I would have likely, if I didn't get the freeze, they would have taken out my Azumarill, would have sent in Hoopa, and then maybe have a chance from there. Although they likely would have sent in Araquanid, and then, yeah. They had their ways to probably win that. But then I got the freeze, the 10% chance of the freeze, the karma that you used in round 1. I'm pretty sure there was a paralysis in... It wouldn't have been round 4. It would have been the potential finals, I think. Paralysis from Magearna's Thunderbolt, 10% chance came in quite important. And now the 10% chance from the freeze from Ice Beam. And you got the 10% chance from the Bright Powder twice in round 4, so I guess karma kind of come back at you, but you can't really depend on luck. Sometimes you hope for it, and I really did need that freeze to even stand to decent chance. I did, and it all worked out. I am I am super happy with this result. I won the first of our tournaments. As I am recording this final battle, we have just started the second tournament, like 1 or 2 days ago. It's a metronome tournament, but not any kind of metronome tournament. It's an Arceus metronome tournament, 6v6 doubles. I'll be posting all of those matches sometime next week, in 1.5 weeks or so. I'll start with that. Just to take a little break from these tournament matches, and then I'll come back in with those, because I'm really excited to bring you that. For now, though, Initials tournament is over, and somehow I was able to come back and win it all. Thank you all for watching, and look forward to the Arceus Metronome Tournament coming up pretty soon. Until then.